In our last video, we have seen exercise 2.3. We have finished exercise 2.3. Now we are going to see exercise 2.4 and we are going to start with division of integers. Welcome back students to our maths class of class 7, and today's video we are going to see division of integers, and in exercise 2.4 total 4 questions are there. Let us see how many questions we can attempt. Question 1, question 2, question 3, question 4 plus sub questions are there. How many questions we can attempt, let us see. Okay, before going to division of integers, maybe in 6th standard you must have learnt about division of integers also. So again we are going to recall that knowledge. If we have not learned, no problem. Here again we are going to see, means this is an new thing for you. We'll suppose that this is a new thing for you. Please see the video properly and try to understand how we do division of integers. Now before going for division of integers, one concept about integers or about fraction numbers, not integers, or division of fractions, sorry for that, division of fractions. So before going for division of fractions, there is one concept that you have to get acquainted with, or it should be clear in your mind, and it is called as reciprocal of a number. Reciprocal of a fraction or a number. Now what is meant by reciprocal? This reciprocal is one of the word, plus reciprocal in other words is also called as multiplicative inverse of a number or multiplicative inverse of a fraction. Reciprocal is very simple. Suppose we have a fraction, say we have a fraction 2 upon 5, proper fraction. If you want to write down the reciprocal of this fraction, so what is meant by reciprocal? Reciprocal means 2 upon 5, numerator is 2, denominator is 5. When we write down the reciprocal, denominator will be written as numerator and numerator will be written as denominator. So numerator will go at denominator's place and denominator will go at numerator's place. So reciprocal of 2 upon 5 will be 5 upon 2, not equal to. So reciprocal of 2 upon 5 is 5 upon 2. Very simple. Suppose we have 5 upon 2 as a fraction, its reciprocal will be 2 upon 5. Simple. Suppose we have 3 upon 4, then its reciprocal will be 4 upon 3. Very simple. So while doing the division of fractions, reciprocation of a number of a fraction is very important. Some one or two examples again we will see of reciprocal, how we do the reciprocal. Let us see. Suppose we have a number 1 upon 2. The reciprocal will be 2 upon 1. But since denominator 1 we don't write, so it will be only 2. Suppose we have a number 2. Now can we say this is a fraction? Yes, this is a fraction because we say that the denominator is 1. So reciprocal of 2 will be 1 upon 2. Very simple. So while solving the examples, how to reciprocate, we have seen what to reciprocate and where to reciprocate, we will see while solving the examples. So very quickly we will move towards exercise 2.4, question number 1. Directly solving is there. So I hope you have understood the concept of reciprocal. So exercise 2.4, question number 1, and the first question is there. Again the steps would be same. A whole number divided by a fraction divided by a fraction, a whole number divided by a mixed number, a fraction divided by a mixed number, a mixed number divided by a mixed number, then a fraction divided by whole number. That also we are going to see. So the steps are same. For addition also we have seen the same. For subtraction also we have seen the same. For multiplication also the same, and for division also the same. The same steps are there. Steps means the same way your syllabus has been framed. First, fraction divided by fraction, fraction divided by mixed number, whole number divided by fraction. So in this way, different types of sum we are going to come across. Now for the first question is find. The first question is find. We have to find out the answer. Okay, a whole number is there, 12 divided by 3 upon 4. This is the first sum, 12 divided by 3 upon 4. Division is there, please be very careful. Division is there, so reciprocal is to be done. What reciprocal is to be done? On the division, where the division sign is there, the fraction which is on the right hand side of the division, that is this fraction, it has to be reciprocated. This fraction will be reciprocated. Okay, so how we proceed? And one more change we have to do. While reciprocating this fraction, this division sign will convert into multiplication. Please pay attention again. The fraction which is on the right hand side of the division, that we are going to reciprocate, or reciprocal is to be done of this fraction, and at the same time the division sign would be converted into a multiplication sign. So these two things we have to follow or do when we are dividing anything. Let it be a fraction divided by fraction, a mixed number divided by fraction, anything. Whatever is on the right hand side of division, that reciprocal we have to do. So very simple. This equals to 12. First I will reciprocate this. Reciprocal of 3 upon 4. Denominator goes to numerator. Numerator comes at the denominator place. So it will be 4 upon 3. And this division sign will be converted into multiplication. Done. Now rest all is simple. What we have done in exercise 2.3, the same way we have to proceed here. Only this step is very important. From here coming to here is very important. So you have to be very careful for this. So what we have done, we have reciprocated 3 upon 4, that will be 4 upon 3, and division sign has been converted into multiplication. So now we have to just solve it. Now we can see that 12 and 3, there is a common factor. So 3 ones are 3, 3 fours are 12. We are left with 4 multiplied by 4. So 4 multiplied by 4, the answer is 16. Done. So we get our answer as 16. A whole number, we stop here. Again the same things. If the answer comes as to be a improper fraction, convert it into a mixed number. If the answer is a proper fraction, keep it like that. If the answer is whole number, keep it as it is. So this is done. Understood? So let's proceed further. Let's solve the second sum also. Just for practice. Okay, second sum is 14 divided by 5 upon 6. Now be very careful that what is on the right hand side, that fraction will be reciprocated. Now 14 divided by 5 upon 6, the answer would be different, and 5 upon 6 divided by 14, the answer would be totally different. Understood? So please be careful about this, because for so many years I am seeing that those who don't understand this concept, they reciprocate anything. Sometimes some students reciprocate this, they change this into multiplication, but this is not converted, this is not reciprocated. They reciprocate this, but this is not converted into multiplication. So two things we are doing at a time. Please be very careful. Again, this equal to 14, 5 upon 6, the reciprocal of 5 upon 6, denominator goes to numerator, and numerator comes in the denominator place. So it will be 6 upon 5, and here the division sign will be converted into multiplication. Done. In one step we have reached here. Now there are no common factors between 14 and 5, 6 and 5. Straight away, here is multiplication sign. So numerator multiplied by numerator, denominator multiplied by denominator. So 14 6s are 6 4s are 24, 2 4, 6 1s are 6 7 8, 84 divided by 5. Done. Now this, it is an improper fraction. This is an improper fraction. Convert it into mixed number, and we get our answer. So 84 divided by 5 5 ones are 5, remainder is 3, 4, 5 6 are 30, remainder is now 4. No more further division, then it will go to the decimal section. So this equals to quotient 16, remainder upon divisor. Now when we convert a mixed number into when we convert an improper fraction into a mixed number, this is called as the whole part. This is called as the whole part, and here you will always see that there is a proper fraction. If this is not a proper fraction, then some mistake has been done and your conversion is not proper, or there must be some common factors between these two. So please be careful. In exercise 2.1, one sum was there. We haven't reduced this to the normal form, but that was the beginning, so it can be avoided. But from here henceforth onwards, whenever an improper fraction is there, convert it into mixed number. First check whether any common factors are there here or here in this step, and then we can proceed. So second sum is done. Third sum is quite easy. Fourth sum is also very easy. Fifth sum we are going to do now. Okay, fifth sum. What is the fifth sum? Let us see. 3, a whole number, divided by a mixed number, 2, 1 upon 3. Now before doing the reciprocation, first we have to convert the mixed number into an improper fraction. The first step, whenever a mixed number, you see a mixed number, let it be addition, subtraction, multiplication, division. First convert the mixed number into an improper fraction. So 3 divided by 3 2s are 6 plus 1 7 upon 3. Now very easily we can say division is there, so we can get confused, cut and only 7 is remaining. This is not the case. Division is there, so reciprocation of the number or the fraction on the right hand side is necessary. So 3 divided by 7 upon 3, this will be 3 multiplied by 3 upon 7. 3 numerator multiplied by numerator, 3 3s are 9 upon 7. Again an improper fraction. So directly orally we can convert this into a mixed number. 7 ones are 7. So quotient will be 1. Out of 9, 7 is gone. So 2 is the remainder upon divisor, that is 7. So 1, 2 upon 7. Here also we can check. 7 ones are 7. 7 plus 2, 9. 9 upon 7. So our answer is this. If not possible for you doing orally, you can divide and see, and then you can write the answer. Fifth sum is done. So I think sixth sum should be given you for the homework. Total 6 sums are there, and we have solved 3 sums. Okay, one sum we will solve. Okay, we'll solve the 6th sum. No problem. Since this is our start, we can solve the 6th sum also. Okay, the 6th sum. 5 divided by 3, 4 upon 7. Again, mixed number, convert it into an improper fraction. So this equals to 5 divided by 7 3s are 21, 21 plus 4, 25 upon 7. Again, reciprocate this side. So 5 multiplied by 7 upon 25. Yes, now we can see that there are common factors here. So 5 ones are 5, 5 5s are 25. So here is 1 7s are 7 upon 5. Again an improper fraction. Orally I will do it for you. 5 ones are 5. So 1 is the quotient. Out of 7, 5 is gone. So 2 is the remainder upon 5. 1, 2 upon 5 will be our answer. So 5 ones are 5 plus 2, 7. 7 upon 5 is the answer. Okay. So here we stop with exercise 2.4 question number 1. Very soon we will go to question number 2. Okay, question number 2, it is a very simple sum. Only 1 or 2 we are going to solve out of this. Rest you can do it for your homework also. Very simple sums. The question is, find the reciprocal of each of the following fractions. Classify the reciprocals as proper fraction, improper fraction and whole numbers. So some fractions are given. we have to reciprocate them, and just we have to classify. Classify means we have to name them whether they are a proper fraction, that reciprocal is whether the reciprocal is a proper fraction, improper fraction, or a whole number. Okay, the first sum. The first fraction is 3 upon 7. What we will do? Here we will write down fraction, reciprocal, and here classification. Okay, classify. So first sum, the fraction is 3 upon 7, reciprocal would be 7 upon 3. Now let us check 7 upon 3, is it a proper fraction or improper fraction? So we will write down here improper fraction. Done. Next sum would be, third sum. Third sum is 9 upon 7. Reciprocal of 9 upon 7 will be 7 upon 9. This is a proper fraction. So here we are going to write down proper fraction. Proper, improper, that is enough. Improper fraction, proper fraction. One more sum we will do, say 7th sum. Okay, 7th sum. Very easy. 1 upon 11. 1 upon 11. Reciprocal would be 11 upon 1, but we don't write it 11 upon 1. Let it be. If denominator is 1, no need to write. So this is a whole number. So 1 I have given you the example of a improper fraction, proper fraction, and whole number. Rest all you can do it for the homework. 7 are there, 3 we have done, only 4 are remaining. Very easily you can do those 4 sums. Okay, so I think we should stop here, and in next video we will see question number 3 and 4. Thank you very much.